Hey guys, it's Sensei Mewtwo12345, and look at this. I found my first diamonds. Anyway, I have quite a lot. Why am I not picking? Oh, right, because I have a full inventory. As you can see, I've been doing a lot of mining down here. Well, not much mining. Like, I've basically just gotten enough stuff to get myself started, because what I really need to do is move to a new location. Because between this episode and the last, if you check my map writer, I mapped a lot of terrain trying to figure out how exactly my continent's going. I pretty much only mapped out this peninsula before I said, you know what, the heck with this is taking too long. But I did happen to find a really nice place down in this area where there's tons of mountains, and it would make a really nice mountain fortress area, and it's got all the stuff that I need nearby too. We've got a desert biome over here. I believe this is a jungle biome, or this is a jungle biome, one of the two. This is a badlands over here that I found while I was returning over here to where I am now. I'm all the way over here, so it's like several thousand blocks away, and I have the hiccups. I apologize for that. But luckily around here I found a chest with a portal gun in it. So I don't have the portal gun on me now because it would take up inventory space, but I did find a portal gun in a chest. And I didn't put it on camera because I really wanted to have it to be able to move my stuff. But yeah, portal gun get. And let's see, it's nighttime out, and we need to well, we need to move. I made some more chests too, but that's about it. And I placed down my sheep trophy in here. Oh, bad things outside. Well, let's sleep through the night so that we don't have to listen to that. So the first thing I want to do is, well, I want to get all this. Well, maybe I suppose we can stay here a bit longer. That is really loud out there. Shut up, monsters. Thank you. I need to turn the volume down on my headset real quick, because that is really loud. Not completely off, but there we go, so that every time a zombie moans, it isn't, like, destroying my ears. Okay, so we got this big junk chest. We will figure out a better way to store that stuff later, and I need to just deposit some. Ow, my ears. That hurts my ears a lot, zombie. Here, one moment. I need to turn this down. That might help too. Oh, so much quieter. Okay, zombies. I need to make an iron door. That's what I really need to do, but I need to process my ores first. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, because I don't think I found any Certus quartz. Did I find any Certus quartz anywhere? No, I don't think I did. One moment while I put this stuff away, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, here we go. I sorted out all my stuff. We have a lot of ores, and they need processing. Unfortunately, I do not have any Certus quartz dust. I mean, can we craft this into Certus quartz in any way? Not without a macerator or a pulverizer, so that's a shame. But that's alright, because I think we have the resources to get started on thermal expansion. Let's get this out of here. Where do I want to do that at? That is actually a really good question, because I don't really have much more room in this room to really start using thermal expansion machines. I mean, maybe in this corner. Maybe that'll work. Hopefully we don't knock out my portal. If I do, then I'm going to rage, because that thing is linked to the other place that I found right now, because it's like 4,000 blocks away, and I don't want to have to walk that distance, because that would be a royal pain now, wouldn't it? Now let's see, there are a few things we need to do here. One is we're going to eventually want to set up an aqueous accumulator. Let's get that at least started set up, because we're going to want to put water into our power generation thingamajig which will be basically a steam engine. They changed the power system for thermal expansion a little bit. It's basically the same, and you can even convert it basically into BC energy, or at least it acts like Buildcraft energy. Whenever I say BC, I mean Buildcraft. I abbreviate it a lot. Or IC2 means Industrial Craft 2. You get the point. But at any rate, what we need in order to have energy with thermal expansion now is these certain items. Let's have a look at it. Steam dynamo. And if we just show you all the dynamos here, just put dynamo into the search bar, and we've got whatever the heck that is, and steam dynamo, magmatic dynamo, and compression dynamo. Magmatic dynamo, tongue twister, is basically your standard magmatic engine. We will definitely want that at a later time, but it requires some Invar, and it's actually not all that expensive, really, because Invar is not that difficult. And then tin, even for the compression engine, the compression dynamo runs on liquid fuel, like biofuel or oil, or, you know, that kind of stuff. So let's put that set up there. Or do we want to move it further back? Let's go ahead and do that really quick. I think we want to move this just a bit further back here. Pick up the water, move it there. Oh, look what I did. I didn't mean to do that, but that works, I guess. Somehow I multiplied that water. Well, actually, let's just cover that up. So let's see here. First off, we're going to want one of those steam dynamos in order to power whatever we get stuff with. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to get some jungle trees, but I guess it doesn't really matter that much. I can always go cut down those trees. The scenery around here doesn't really matter too much if I'm going to move. So let's figure out how to craft one of those steam dynamos. So we need a lot of copper stuff. We need copper gears, some copper ingots, and some redstone. And we need a redstone transmission coil, which is some redstone and a piece of silver. And forgive me, because I'm going to be kind of wasteful with my charcoal here while I do this. But we need to process some of the ores that are required for that. First off, we need some copper. Exactly how much are we going to need? Let's try to optimize here. So we need 4 copper each for the gears. So that's 8 copper there, and 11 copper will get us one of those. So let's go ahead and throw 11 copper in here. Come on. My scroll bar on my mouse doesn't work very well. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. There we go. So there we go. Smelt that up. Now, that's going. And we also need 1 piece of silver. So let's go ahead and get... Where is silver? I know I have some. Here we go. And that is going to run, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I think we're ready to go now. So I got some of the stuff that I needed smelted up and all processed so that you guys didn't have to watch it. Come on, let's go put this away. Hopefully I made enough of it. I mean, I was checking the recipes relatively closely. So first off, what we're going to need is our aqueous accumulator. And you know what I forgot to account for? I forgot to account for something, but we'll worry about that later. For now, we need to make a pneumatic servo, which requires that stuff. And we need to make a machine frame, which hopefully I've got everything for this. There we go. I actually need to cook some more glass. So let's go ahead and do that while we're doing all this. And we also need, well, 2 more glass. Luckily I have exactly 2 more glass, and we should be able to make our first aqueous accumulator. So we are going to go ahead and not drop it on the ground, but we're going to place it right here. And when an aqueous accumulator is sitting next to 2 water source blocks, it will collect water just like an infinite water source. And you can use other things to pump water outside, and I'm only going to want the top to output. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some stuff to output the liquid with that I totally forgot. Liquiducts. If it will pop up. Come on. Liquid Okay, I misspelled something. One sec. Okay, never mind, guys. They're actually called Fluiducts. What we need for those? Some copper and some hardened glass for the opaque. What about the regular? Isn't there a regular one? Oh, there we go. Just lead. Which... that's not good. I'm out of lead. Wait. I know I have more lead some... I do. Why did I only pick up 2? So let's go ahead and get that smelted. I'm being really wasteful with my charcoal, but it doesn't really matter. It's made of trees, which I can replant. It's renewable. Who cares? Why'd that... let's get some more of that, please. And let's see. The next thing we're going to want to make while we're... well, we are about to get the lead that we need for the Fluiducts right now. So let's go ahead and get our opaque Fluiducts. Nice and easy to make, which I need more. Well, I've got extra copper. I might have to make some more, but I was trying to, you know, optimize at least a little bit with all that stuff, but I might have to cook up some more copper. There we go. Put one in there just to make sure that's enough. And let's see, what else do we want? We want, obviously, the pulverizer. Well, wait. Well, we made the aqueous accumulator. Let's go ahead and make the steam dynamo next. So for that, we're going to need lots of copper, including copper gears and some copper ingots and some redstone. Now, gears are a little bit of a pain. I'm going to need some wood, which I am running low on. I'm running low on everything, of course. And, oops. There we go. We're going to need 2 of these wooden gears. Take those, and we're going to turn those into stone gears. And then we'll make a few copper gears out of those. And we also need the transmission coil, which requires a silver ingot and some redstone. Just 1. And that should be enough to get ourselves our steam dynamo. Boom. Only 1 for now, but let's see. Well, also, we're going to have to make a crescent hammer, I can tell right now. Eventually, we're going to need to make a crescent hammer, so that's not too bad. We'll just go ahead and... what am I missing? I need to smelt some more iron, is what I'm missing. So let's get some of that. Smelt some more of that. And we'll go ahead and wait on our 2 iron. And crescent hammer, boom. I can tell we're going to need this. It's a tool that you use to interact with some of the tools in thermal expansion. I can already tell we're going to want it. So let's go ahead and get some of this set up. So we'll go ahead and place our fluiduct here, and that will begin to fill up with stuff. And we'll place another one right there, because I know eventually we're going to want it. Oops. Come on now. Can we interact with the aqueous accumulator, please? Why are you not outputting water? This is weird. One moment. You know, it's probably not outputting water because there's nowhere to output water to, so that's okay. We'll go ahead then and place our steam dynamo here, and we'll see what happens. Okay, there we go. It filled up with water. So I was expecting that to not connect, because the way fluiducts work is normally, I'll demonstrate, I'll pick this one up, when you place a fluiduct that has liquid in it next to another fluiduct that doesn't, they don't connect, although it didn't work again because there's Still, no need for water in this steam dynamo anymore. But anyway, back to what we were doing. The next thing we want is some leadstone stuff, some leadstone energy conduits. Obviously not the... Well, yeah, so we'll get 6 of those. That'll work for just fine. Now, what we want, most of all, in order to double our ores, of course, is the pulverizer. This is awesome machine here. Well, first off, I need to make the required parts. I tried to skip that step and it didn't work. There we go, some redstone reception coil. Machine frame, which I am missing something for. I probably need more iron, which I've got right here. So, yeah, there we go. And we'll go ahead and turn that into... Oh, right, we need a piston too, so... We got enough for a piston? There we go. Alright, now let's try. What the world? Get that out. Oops. Leave the piston there. Pulverizer times 1. So that'll serve us just fine on its own, but we also are going to want to get ourselves the other thing, the redstone. It's called the redstone furnace now. It used to be the powered furnace. It is now the redstone furnace. Ooh, bricks. Do I have clay somewhere? I don't think I do. Why is there Certus quartz in here? There we go. I don't have clay. One moment while I get some. Let's see. We don't need much of it, but we may as well pick up all this. We can always go to Badlands biomes to find tons of clay, but I just needed some really quick, and I didn't feel like going to the nearest Badlands biome, which is really far away. So, there we go. Got some clay. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I think we got everything we need now. Let's go ahead. I went ahead and made the machine frame and coil off camera. And what am I missing? Well, I still have to turn these into brick blocks. There we go. Now let's try. Boom. Redstone redstone furnace. Blah, blah, blah. So anyway, let's go ahead and get all this set up over here. So we are going to run conduit like that for now. We need to turn this with a crescent hammer. There we go. Just turn the steam dynamo like that. And we'll go ahead and place that there. We will eventually have ourselves a power storage unit thing there. And then we'll go ahead and place our pulverizer and redstone furnace. And there we go. We have all that good stuff going. We'll go ahead and set the outputs. I'll go ahead and explain what all these outputs mean now that there's a million of them. So blank on the configuration means no output on that side. So for example, if I were to do this to the top, which is a bit easier to see on this machine, there's no output now. Blue means that it will suck items in. So items will go into here where they will get processed. Red means it will output from here up to there. Yellow means it will output down here up to the top. Orange means it will do both. And again, we have blank. So we're going to want to set that to blue, blank on the bottom, blank on the back, and orange on the side there. And this one will also leave as blue on the top, blue on that side, no output here, and orange there, and... Maybe I just should move this portal. So let's go ahead and get our portal gun out. And I'll go ahead and move that portal right there. So there we go, that's out of the way now, because I need to put a chest there now. Question is, do I even have enough wood for that? No, I don't. One moment while I get some wood. Alright, we should be okay now. We'll go ahead and turn all that into planks, because Lord knows I need them. And wow, I just lost my train of thought. Chests. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, since it's Christmas right now, it's got the special Christmas chest look. I'm actually going to want 2 of these chests for something else coming up, like right now, really. So anyway, let's see. Do I have enough iron for it? Yes, I do. We're going to make ourselves quick copper. And oops. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and make another chest, too. Alright, there we go. We'll place... First, we're going to have to knock this off. So then, hopper here. Oops, shift click. So that you don't open the inventory. Chest here. And chest here. So now we have a fully automated ore processing system. So I'll go ahead and start getting this processed. I mean, it's not quite there yet, because obviously I still need to put something to burn in that dynamo over there, which I will go ahead and do now. I'll put half of my charcoal in here, and it will start generating steam and energy. In a moment, we should start seeing the... Well, actually, no, we won't, because it's going to flow straight to these guys. And I also forgot to hook you up with some power. There we go. So anyway, this guy's buffer will start filling up with RF, which, by the way, stands for redstone flux. And this one is also filling up with that good old RF stuff. And in a moment, we should be good to start moving all of our ores into here. Well, why don't we just go ahead and do it right now anyway. So I'll go ahead and process all that stuff because I don't have much of it. And in the meantime, I need to get working on moving over to my new area because I found a really sweet area over here where there's lots of mountains and I can build an awesome mountain fortress. I even marked it awesome area. So we're going to want to go ahead and do that in this episode, hopefully. And I'll maybe even build a house or 2 in order to like get all this stuff going nice and good, or at least move all this into a cave over there and get a mining cave started over there, because I would really like to be able to get all this set up off camera. Like, I want to do most of the house building off camera, you know, all that good stuff. And while I'm thinking about it, why don't we go ahead and build something that will make that a little bit easier for me to build fancy. What is it called? What is it called? One sec. Alright guys, so I just relogged really quick and our machines are working properly, alright. Nah, let's see. Are they running on their maximum power off of just one engine? Wow, they're plugging along, aren't they, from just this one thing. Of course, it's burning through all my remaining charcoal. I'm going to have to figure that out soon enough. Probably start migrating like a jungle tree over here, and I can cut that down for charcoal. Especially once I get a new tool that... Well, I'm going to have to get some more resources in order to do that. If only I could build the smeltery right now. But alas. Let's see, yeah, all this is working just fine. We'll leave that there. You know, it's doubling my ores, and I'm getting all kinds of good stuff in here. And also the bottom slot, you see we have ferrous here, that you have a 10% chance, depending on the ore, in order to get a little bit extra stuff, and that's that right there, the pulverized ferrous metal. It's a 10% chance that you get one of those from pulverizing your iron ore. And of course the iron ore is going straight into the redstone furnace because I set its output to do that, as you can see. And the redstone furnace is plugging along and throwing things into the chest once it smelts them. So isn't that wonderful? Let's go ahead. I don't know why this isn't working. Oh, there we go. And it's not the builder, it's the building guide. How do you make one of those? So you surround it with glass and have one torch. Oops. I meant to shift click. There we go. in the you get the building guide from OpenBlocks. And I'll go ahead and take this outside and show you what it does. It helps you build, basically. It gives you a frame that you can build on. So I'm going to go ahead and go outside and show you what that is all about. Not really any open areas, because, you know, we have all these trees. We'll use this ravine. You'll get the basic idea. So, you place this thing down, and as you can see, you have a big frame that builds all around you. You can click these to change the dimensions. I believe right-click makes it closer, and what makes it further away? Oh, just clicking on the opposite side makes it expand. So right now, it's in that shape. Now, I picked up saplings. I didn't want to do that. And you can shift right-click it to change its mode. So I just changed it from the sphere mode to cylinder mode. We can, of course, change the dimensions of the cylinder to be, man, that's almost square, isn't it? And you can expand that out or do that, you know, however you want. And it gives you basically all this little frame. It's not solid blocks, but what it is you can obviously use that as a template to build on. And so that's really helpful. And you also have cuboid mode, which is what it sounds like you build a cube. And you also have dome, triangle, pentagon, and hexagon, and octagon, and sphere. And I pretty much ran through the list. We're back to cylinder mode and cuboid mode. You get the point. So it helps you build, and it's really useful. I love it. So anyway, now that we've got that, I wonder if there's one other random thing we can do while my ores are... Well, why don't we just go straight into building ourselves a temporary... Well, not really a temporary... Well, actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and call it a temporary, because I'm going to build it into the wall somewhere in our new home, and I'll move into there, and I'll be back when I'm done with that. How's that sound? Alright guys, so I'm all moved into my new base. Well, sort of base. It's again just a temporary home while I get things all set up and get a true house built, which I think I'm actually going to do off camera, and I'll show you guys what I have built in the next episode. Anyway, I moved my farm over. As you can see, I've got potatoes now and carrots as well, because of course, after all this exploring, you tend to find a village or two. So, I ended up being able to rob some of the carrots and potatoes from a village. Now, the next thing that I really, really need, which I'm going to go get off camera, and I'll show you guys the fruits of my labor once I come back. And just look at this awesome area just for one moment. Like, holy crapola. And don't worry, this over here isn't a misloaded chunk. That's just a bunch of floating stuff up there. And this is a sheer cliff. Look how high up I am. I'm so high you can't even see sea level, and that can be taken in so many different ways. Oh, Lottie. But yeah, and that goes up even higher than I am right now. I mean, look at this. This is the perfect place to build like a mountain stronghold. I love it. So I will definitely get to that, you know, decide exactly where we want to start building our awesome mountain castle or whatever. And in the meantime, before we end the episode, I definitely want to get one other thing down here. And I'll be back when I got it. Wait, what? Mana beans? I will take those. Those are valuable. Come here, my pretties. Surprised we found mana beans this early. That's a good thing. Very good thing. More mana beans. Good lord. And a silverwood tree. This must be some sort of magical Thaumcraft biome, and that's why we're getting so many mana beans. But mana beans! Usually they're so hard to come by, and I found just a ton of them over here. Also, this is something I'm definitely going to waypoint. Essence. Cool, we can do some Ars Magica stuff soon then. Alright guys, look what I happen to find. Sometimes villages can have this. This is a smeltery, and I am going to steal all of its blocks. And I can put them towards, obviously, my own smeltery. Man, this one's even got a lot of spare blocks on it, and I only need a few of those things. I still need to make some of the parts myself, but this definitely takes care of the seared bricks part of the smeltery. Anyway, I will be back to you guys soon. Alright guys, we are just about ready to wrap up the episode, but one last thing that I want to take care of before that. I ended up getting a bunch of jungle wood and some other things while I was out. Lots of mana beans, that makes me really happy, that. But I need to store more stuff, and I don't really have any room to store more stuff right now, so let's do this first. I need to make some planks, and we're going to make just a couple barrels. How about we make... we'll make 4. We'll see. Barrels are made like so. Junglewood barrel. And I will be growing junglewood trees now. Yay! I love junglewood trees. They are the best. You should grow junglewood trees too. Let's see. We'll just have those there for now. And what's so great about those, you ask? Well, first off, they can store, of course, stacks of single items. Well, why would you only want to have one single item, you ask? Good question. And by the way, this barrel, and I suspect this one as well, is upside down, and that's not fun. Oops. No, place the barrels. Where'd the barrels go? There we go. No, not facing that way. Sometimes they can be a little derpy. There we go, we got some barrels facing the right way. Let's see, I'll go ahead and put sand in this one. I'll put dirt in this one. Let's get rid of all these mana beans to clear up some inventory space. Put them in there for now, seeing as this chest is going to be completely emptied of all of its contents here in a moment. And sure, they can store stacks of single items, but what about lots of stacks of single items? I just put all that cobblestone that I had in my inventory into that barrel. They are the best in terms of storing things. You have to love barrels. You just have to. Let's see. Gravel. We'll put gravel in this one. And store all the rest of the cobblestone in there. And now we have a nice second miscellaneous junk chest. I need to really... You know what? We'll just throw these away, because these stone hoes are both almost broken. So, come on. Where'd the other one go? There we go. Throw those away, because I needed another miscellaneous junk chest. And I'll upgrade these up to iron chests eventually. In fact, let's do that right now before we cut off, just so I can upgrade at least one to an iron chest, just to show you guys how it's done, and then I can do the rest off camera as I build my little place to call home. So, let's see. Good, we already have one junglewood plank. Just surround that with iron, and you get a wood to iron chest upgrade. Place that on one of your chests, and it turns into an iron chest. And an iron chest has the capacity of a double chest by itself. So, great way to store more items. And of course, if you go look up the chests here in NEI, the iron chest mod adds, of course, the iron chest. It also adds the gold chest, the diamond chest, the copper chest, the silver chest, and the crystal chest. And also the obsidian chest. Anyway, the most important ones are the iron, gold, and diamond chests. You know, oops, I don't want to give myself them. One moment. I'm in cheat mode because I wanted to change the time. But we have, there's your gold chest. You can make it, oh, they have a cheaper recipe now. I wasn't aware of that. You also have the upgrades down here, which is basically replace that with, for example, iron for the gold chest upgrade. For the, like, iron to gold, you would do that. And then gold to diamond, you would do that. Wow, they changed that and made it a lot cheaper. That's a good thing. Because those used to be like super duper expensive, but they're not that expensive now. They only cost 2 diamonds each. And yeah, and you can also turn your diamond chest into a crystal chest by surrounding it with glass, and that basically just makes it see-through. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and build my house somewhere off camera, just so that next episode you don't have to return to me living in an ugly cave anymore. So we do have to cut it off here. This has been Sensei Mewtwo 12345, and I will see you guys next time.